So we're going to instantly deliver it, save it, recover it, and then nick it. Oh, this is good fun. Oh, that's a bit close. Is it? Yeah, that's alright, it's alright. We're taking a few risks here. You know what, I'm really surprised how quickly she can run with these massive flippers on. It's looking a bit dodgy there, isn't it? Guys, these trees are super noisy. You can guess what I'm going to do after I've completed this mission, right? Hello everybody, Mr. Sticksman here, and welcome to episode 24 of my Stormworks career mode Let's Play. So today we are doing yet another mission in the Arctic, and I've made some changes to the boat. I've done quite a few upgrades here for this mission in particular, so let me go through those details with you right now, and then we'll get out on the water and do this mission. Now, first of all, I've got this big ramp at the back here, and that's because we are going to have to either tow or carry a rib back to its location. All right, I'll show you the mission details in a minute, but essentially we're going to use this ramp to put a boat on it and tow it back to safety. Also, I've got this crane up here, right? So I've got actually 2 winches. Now this winch here is going to pull the rib onto the ramp, but this crane here is just to lift it up, just in case it catches on the underside or the stern of the boat. Because sometimes it does that, as you'll see later on. The rib has got this magnet underneath, and it's a bit annoying to get up ledges and stuff. So that's why we've got this crane here. But there is a chance we don't need that crane. And what I have also added are these wheels. Now, the wheels down here are immensely helpful in getting, boats onto ramps, essentially. And also I've got ones on the side, and they just guide it in and try to keep it, fairly level and balanced here. The rib may not be completely balanced when it's on the ramp. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. I've done some testing. However, the wheels should help a lot there. I've also got a camera under here, which you can just about see there. And I've got some lights as well, just work lights, so we can see what we're doing if it gets a bit darker. And back here then, I've got the same control console, but it is again adjusted to work with the new winches here. It will control both of them. Apart from the mags, I am going to be turning the mags on with the connectors themselves, actually. As you can see, there's a double-sided button there, and also on this mag as well. Although that's not necessarily as quick and efficient, I do prefer doing them manually sometimes, because you can actually, if you do it by hand, you can really position it really accurately and make sure you're going to pull it in right from the center of the boat. And unfortunately, we do have to use mags rather than the ordinary connectors. And that is because the rib, as far as I remember, it does have a connector on, right? But I don't think it has any battery power or something like that. So basically, I've gone for mags, and then we can't go wrong. But what I've also got here is a monitor that is for the camera underneath the crane over there. And I've got various, bits and pieces, some lights and things like that. I've also added a life ring here, which is quite fun. Just a little extra feature. We won't really need it, probably. We could try and use it if we want, but I don't think the NPCs are going to go for that. But it is quite a nice extra bit of detail there. It's moving around, and it just adds a bit more life to the boat, I suppose. I've moved this camera up and the spotlight as well. So now the spotlight is not going to, completely blind us when we're sitting down in the chair by reflecting off all this gear. And also it's going to go over the top and actually cover a much better area at the stern of the boat here. So that's a good improvement as well, I think. But otherwise, those are the changes that I've made. The boat is actually quite a bit longer than it used to be. I can't remember exactly, but I've probably added like 10 blocks of length, just approximately. I don't know really. But to get that ramp to work, I have moved the battery as well. So now the battery is a bit closer to the engine. It used to be back here. But of course, I don't know, it's a bit dark in here. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, the battery used to be here. And of course it's just too big to fit there now, so I've put it further forward, and that is fine. But everything works. I've tested it, so all that is left to do now is go over the mission details and then actually do the mission itself. Right, here we are then, and the mission is Trapped Divers, okay? And the first part of that mission is recover rib. So tow the diver's rib to the nearest port for recovery, and that is an hour and a half we've got for that one. That's plenty of time. And also the mission is not that far away, guys, by the way, so we're quite lucky about that. But the other part is Trapped Divers, And it says, 2 research divers have become trapped by drifting ice in a cave on the coast of the Arctic mainland. They require swift recovery before freezing ocean temperatures further endanger their lives. And we only have 25 minutes for that one. So again, it's not very far away. If we can, we'll do the rescue of the divers and the RHIB all in one go. If not, we can go back for the RHIB. And there'll be plenty of time for that, okay? But let's have a look at the map here and just see where we're going. Here we are on the airstrip then, and just down here, south of the mainland, is where the divers and the RHIB are on this corner. And from here, the divers, I guess we take them to the research outpost like we've done for 2 other missions already. That seems to be the place where we take everyone who needs a bit of medical help there. But the RHIB actually goes over here. Okay, so again, it's not that far, but we'll have to motor around there, I think, with the RHIB on the boat itself. So what I might actually do, if possible, is get the divers, and I'll see if I can actually run up to the outpost from here. If not, we can actually park our boat here, and that is going to give us the ability to actually run ashore very easily and then get up to the outpost. That's just south of the Terminal Endo train station. That's good there. So, yeah, really, really good place to go ashore there. But I think what we should do now, guys, is just get out there and do this mission. Right, let's start the engines up then. And this time, guys, I'm actually going to start it in gear 2 and see if that makes a difference. I haven't really tried that before. But we want to give it a go and just see how easy it is to start from gear 2. It will be a bit harder for the engine. Okay, well, that's pretty good, actually. That is pretty good. Go straight into full clutch. And we'll just stay at 50% for a moment here. So I'm going to put my waypoint back on the map. And there we go. We're going to go around this piece of land here. And then pretty much south, I think. And then we can curve in to the location of the divers and the RHIB. It's really not far. Look at that. It's only 2 kilometers away. Super close and very, very easy to do. I've got my thermal gear on. I don't have the heater on at the moment. There is a view of the stern from here. Everything seems fine so far. I guess I better put some nav lights on, right? Instrument lights maybe, just to help us there. Let's speed up. I've got a full tank of fuel, and we might as well just go full power. We've got no concern about fuel consumption here at all. And it's nearly midday, so again, we've missed the crack of dawn, but we're very lucky to get these missions in the daytime. I do try and do that, guys, just so that, you know, you can actually see what's happening. And I can see what's happening as well. It's just a bit easier. But if anyone wants me to do any missions in the nighttime, let me know, and I'll see if I can get one. Oh, that's a bit close. Is it? Yeah, that's alright, it's alright. We're taking a few risks here, but it's alright. I think... Is that possibly where they are? Because it's only 1.5 kilometers. They must be under that rock there. There's an arch which you can go through, I think, to the other side. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it must be. It must be the location. It's getting a little bit choppier, but we're really quite lucky. It looks worse than it is, actually. We're currently surfing on a wave, a small one. And we're going 21, 22 knots. I wonder if that's because my boat is quite a bit longer now and maybe a bit heavier. I mean, we have added a bit of weight, but not that much. If anything, we've added some buoyancy as well. So, I don't know. That's probably extra resistance due to the longer hull. I think that's probably the case. Okay, guys. Now, we're getting really close now. So, I'm going to back off on our throttle a bit here. And we'll try and get down to about 10 knots or so. I'm just trying to assess the area, really, because I'm not sure. I mean, I can't see any divers yet. But they must be just there. Perhaps behind one of those icebergs. And that seems to be the RHIB, I guess. Because we've got 2 divers and 1 RHIB. So, yeah, let's get a bit closer and find out what the situation is. Okay, now, because I can't see and there's a lot of ice in the way, I'm actually not going to go into the arch. I'm going to slow down further. And very carefully... Oh, there they are. Just see them there. Right, let's stop the boat for a minute, or at least slow it right down. Okay, oh, that's quite tricky to get in, isn't it? Do you know what, guys? I think I'm going to go around the other side, which is a good option for us. That's where the RHIB is anyway. Not to stall the boat. And then we can go and swim in and get the divers from the other side. I think that's a good idea, because this area is completely blocked off by ice. Right. So that's going to be a nice safe option, I think. And we better take the safe option here, as it is career mode. So around we go. Just make sure we don't clip ourselves on the rock here. It's a little bit shallow there, but I don't think we have to be concerned about that. Stay a few meters off the rocks. Okay, and there's the RHIB. Fantastic. Now, I don't know which way it's facing, actually. Oh, it's facing the wrong way, but that's alright. It's probably quite small and light. We can move it around by hand. So I'm actually going to just put the boat over this way. Back off on the throttle. And then I'll try and reverse in, guys. So all we have to do to reverse, press that. And without changing any gears, we're going to start going backwards. And, oh, the waves are picking up. Let's hope it doesn't get too choppy. But we haven't stalled, so let's stop it right here. That's going to cut the engine there, and I'll just pull the clutch in as well. Look at that. That's perfect. That is actually perfect. I'll leave it in second gear. Let's go outside then. Right, so from here, I think I'm first of all going to go and get the divers, because we have 20 minutes, just over 20 minutes left to get them. So that's pretty good, actually. That's really good. But we want to get them first, as that is the priority anyway. And then hopefully we'll be able to actually put the RHIB on the boat and tow it back at the same time. And when I say tow, I mean we're actually going to try and lift it onto the deck, of course, onto the ramp. So let's grab these two first. Alright. Very good, very good. I think they're losing a bit of heat. As you can see there, they're on about 50%. But I think they should be alright to get back to the boat. And then, of course, we do have a heater on there. So I don't think we have to worry about them dying. But good. The first job is almost done. Oh, hang on. Can she climb up? Oh, I like this lady. I like her. She's good. She can actually climb up the ladder. That is brilliant compared to most of the NPCs. Okay, they have been, well, you know, we haven't actually completed that part of the mission yet, but they are now safe. Let me just make sure the heater's on, actually. Okay, brilliant. There we go. I didn't need it on before, but because we've got the thermal gear. But now, because of them, and if we just check, look at that, guys. The blue bar there is going back up to the top. That means they are getting warmer. We'll just check that one as well. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Okay. Right, next we are going to actually turn the RHIB around by hand. Okay. And see if we can, well, winch it on and get it nice and neat onto the ramp. That would be a perfect situation if that's possible. Well, that's pretty good. I'll leave it there, or just give it a quick nudge on the left-hand side. There we go. Right, now let's go on board and go to the winch controls. So first of all, we can put this, put the lights on, actually, the ramp lights. And I've got two lights under the water, down here near the wheels. And I've also got two on the crane itself as well. But we also want to put the monitor on, which is a bird's eye view of the end of the ramp and the nose of the RHIB there. Okay, so now we want to winch out this winch right in front of us here. So about 12 or 13 meters. Let's call it 13. And then we can take it down and attach it to the nose of the RHIB. And here we go. That is about 13 there. Perfect. So let's grab the end of this. Take it down, and ideally we'll put it right on the front there. As accurately as we can. Okay, there, that's pretty much centered. Now, it would be better if I connected it lower down, but as that's accurate, let's take that, guys. Let's call that a win, and now we'll try and winch it in, at least up to the bow, sorry, the stern of the boat, and then if we need to, we can use the crane to help us lift it up onto the ramp. Okay, this is good so far, guys. Good so far. Right, winching in a bit further then, just to take up the slack on this line here. We have to watch that line. Whenever it goes tight, you have to be careful, because those mags can disconnect if we don't have enough, or if we have too much force on them, basically. So we want to keep it tight. but just we need to watch it very, very carefully here. Right, the boat is now coming up, and if we have a look on the monitor, that is good. It's actually on the ramp, as we can see. So we'll keep going here. Alright, it's it's looking a bit dodgy there, isn't it? Let's just keep going here. Okay, okay. The last thing we want to do is have too much tension in these lines here, because then we can cause massive problems. But as we can see, the rib is now kind of against the wheels here on both sides, actually, and it's being guided in. So that's not bad, is it? And if we have a look at the rope here, the further away the rope gets from the anchor, the more tension there is and the more dangerous it could potentially be. So let's, you know, be super careful. Okay, so I'm going to reduce that tension a bit. Thing is, the boat's not moving even though we're pulling in the rope. So now let's use the crane, right? If I just turn this on. There. We've got it. Okay, we're going to lower that down onto the boat. There you go, that's connected. And then very gently just winch it up a little bit. Again, we don't want to put too much pressure on. There we go. It's taken up some of the weight. Now, hopefully, pull the rib up. There we go. It's moving up. I hope you can see that, guys. But the rib has just moved forwards a bit. And then we can reduce some of the tension on the crane again. Pull it in further. Right. Okay, that's pretty good. Come on. Okay. Stop there a minute. Right, there's a bit of tension here. It is moving up, though. So look, they're getting closer together. That is what we want. That's good. That means that the mag is less likely to lose connection, and the physics are less likely to blow everything up. So okay, good. Now, what I'm going to do then is take off a bit of the tension on the crane, and I'm going to leave it like this, actually, guys. And we're going to motor back like that. I don't want to pull it up any further just in case it causes problems, okay? So we'll leave it like this. I believe it's pretty much fully on the ramp there. That's from the monitor view. We can see the water at the stern, which is good. Let's have a look. Yeah, look at that. It's just dipping into the water. That is good enough for me. I'm a bit concerned about pulling it up further. Let's go, guys. We've got the rib, we've got the divers. Now it's time to get on our way and complete this mission. And we have about 13 minutes and 9 seconds to go. That is actually plenty of time, but let's not waste any of that time. We'll go straight into the cockpit here, and we don't have to motor very far actually to deliver our NPCs, but we are going to do them first. Okay, oh, hang on a minute. We just lost connection when I started the engine. That's weird. Let's put the stern spot on. Okay, this is concerning. Look at that. The mag has actually gone back here. That's very odd when I started the engine. Right, that might be a bug. I've had this problem before, guys, where I've started engines and things have disconnected. So, both of these... That one might still be connected. Right, let's just carry on. Let's carry on and get these NPCs to safety. And then... Oh, please stay on the ramp. Please stay on the ramp. Come on. Yes, it's fine so far. Is it moving back? Oh, it's moving around a bit, guys. It is moving a little bit back, I think. Okay, let's move the clutch in there. Oh, look at that. The crane is still holding it. It's falling off, but the crane is reattached. Thank goodness for that. Okay, what I'll do is I will get to our... Hang on a minute. Are we still going here? No, we've stalled it. Okay, we'll get to our destination. Did you hear that, guys? Again, when I started the engine, the mags lost connection, but then reconnected. So that is our saviour, this crane one right here. I'll just get around the corner, and maybe we can actually run up with our NPCs from this kind of area. That would be quite handy to do. As you can see, we are moving slowly but surely along the coastline here. And then when we have saved the NPCs, I'll try and sort out this connector situation better when we are going to deliver the RHIB itself, because that, you know, we've got so much time to do that one. It's just this one up here at the outpost which we need to hurry up with, really. So I guess we can add a bit of speed and, you know, just motor around the corner. There are a few rocks over here which you know, they look like we can climb them, basically. So I'm going to turn the stern spot off. There we go. Let's have some lights back on. I just don't really use the lights when I don't need to because of performance, guys. So you will see me turning them on and off occasionally. But, oh, look, let's stop here. I reckon we can run up there. I'm going to stop right here. That is good. Okay, fantastic. Everything is off. I will... I'll leave the heater on for now because I think the battery is fine. 100% the battery. Yeah, that's really good. We're going to leave that there attached. Oh, that's really annoying, isn't it? Never mind. It's not broken, though. It was still on, look. So they must, every time I start the engine, they must disconnect and then, like, return themselves on. Right, okay. So let's grab these two NPCs here. And I'll carry one. She can follow. She's pretty good at following. There we go. And we'll climb up here. Fantastic. And get on our way. 600 meters. And yeah, that's not far to go. So we'll be there very, very shortly and complete half the mission already. Guys, these trees are super noisy. I've got my volumes, you know, fairly low down here. They are very dominant in terms of sound. Not sure why, but I can't wait to get past these trees. That's for sure. So I probably will turn my sound down at this point, just so that they're not so irritating in the edit. But yeah, there we go. The sound is probably back up at this point. Right. Here we go, 400 meters, and we still have 8.5 minutes, so there's no worry about time limits here. And there we go, we could just about see the top of the outpost from here, actually. It's just over the hill. You know what, I'm really surprised how quickly she can run with these massive flippers on. That is very, very impressive, I have to say. That is incredibly impressive. What's she doing? She is a good runner. There we go, just over the brow of the hill. There is the outpost that we all know and love by now. The third visit we've done, I believe, 4 missions. I wonder how many more missions use the same place. But at least we are here. And I am very happy about this. We've actually succeeded so far. A shame about the RHIB and the ramp situation. But I'm sure we can figure out a solution in a moment. And get the job done. Oh, we love solving a problem, don't we, guys? We always love... Oh, look at these people. They're still here from the previous mission, actually. So she can stop there. That person can stop there as well. Now, let's have a look. Complete. 2 out of 2. Complete. 6 minutes to go. Nearly 7 there. Right, let's get back to the RHIB. We have over an hour to do that one. And it won't take anywhere near that long. But it's just a nice amount of time to work with. There's the RHIB, still on the back of the boat, attached by the crane. Okay, I've got an idea. Let's turn the engines on now, and then do the connections, and they might stay on at that point. I think that's pretty much a good idea. Okay, so let's have, I don't know, 8% throttle. Let's try that. I'll leave it in gear 2, and the connection did just fail. Has it reattached? I think it has reattached. That is good. Engines are running nice and slow. Fuel is not being drained too quickly there. Okay, so now let's actually winch out this thing again and take it down, hopefully for the last time. It is connected. Very, very nice. Right in the middle. That's pretty much perfect, guys, isn't it? Maybe 1% off. That's really good. Okay, now oh, I'm still releasing the winch there. Let's pull it in. But as I say, we're going to try and keep it super low tension. I'm actually going to reduce the tension on the crane as well. There we go, a little bit of slack there. And 10 meters, so it's almost going to pull tight. There we go, the rope is moving up there. And there we go, there's a bit of tension. Right, careful. Careful. Right, okay. I have a feeling... Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, it's kind of still in the water, which is a bit of a shame. But I don't want to pull it too hard. Oh, there we go. The boat's moving in. And still not too much tension. The boat is currently moving up the ramp. There we go. It's coming up. It's coming up. And the engines are running, which means they won't disconnect when we won't need to start them. So that's fantastic. A little bit of tension just to hold it in place, guys. I'm going to leave it here. In fact, I will just reduce the tension on the crane a bit. That's nice. That's nice. It's moving around. Therefore, it's not going to pull off or anything like that. Okay, let's go. Oh, we're facing the rocks here. Right, we might have to do a bit of reversing first. Just a little bit of reversing to get out of these rocks here. Okay, so all we have to do is press the reverse button right here. And, you know, it's not a gear, it's the actual deflectors on the fluid jet itself. Then we're going to increase throttle to, well, it is going to hit the limiter. But we don't want to go too powerful because we want to be careful with the physics. But let's just very carefully put the clutch on. Are we moving? Oh, yes, we are. It's very slow, but you know what, guys? I think that's what we need. We need it to be slow right now. I think from here we can go straight. So let's, yeah, take the deflectors back to their original position, and we're going forwards. And we'll give it a little bit more clutch. Okay, good, good. Guys, it's working. It is working. The boat, of course, is not completely on the ramp. In fact, it's kind of 2/3 on the ramp. But it's working, and that's really what we want. Right, just watch those connections there. Okay. And we'll keep it on about half throttle just to begin with, just so we can make sure everything is all right. We can use the camera as well. There we go. Nice and centered, guys, isn't it? Look at that. It's pretty much flat on the ramp there. That's really good. I'm quite happy with that. Even though it's not a perfect system, it is working. Lovely. Okay, right. Now let's increase the power a bit and just make sure we get through these train tracks without blowing up or anything like that. Where's the stern spot? See, it works very well, but almost too well, especially in the daytime. So we won't use that for now. But there's an example of it right there. And we do have the heater on, but of course the NPCs are now delivered, so we don't need to worry about them at all. This is the only thing left to do. And guys, you can guess what I'm going to do after I've completed this mission, right? So I won't bother saying it until until we complete the mission. Right, let's carry on here then. Let's get a bit more speed up. Okay, I'm going to go left through this gap because it's not a very big gap and I haven't got much time to decide where to go. But the actual port, look, is only 3/4 of a kilometre away. So I guess it's just around that rock over there. There we go. Oh, there's some kind of jetty there, and it seems to be like a village, I guess. A very small village with 3 houses and a lighthouse. Right, so what I'll do is I'll come left towards the jetty, and then I'm going to swing around as sharply as possible, and hopefully we'll complete it in that movement. If not, we can reverse in a bit. But I want to try and be facing out. Oh, it's looking a bit risky, this. There we go, that's alright. Okay, it's looking a bit risky. A little bit risky here. Oh, it's complete. We've completed the mission. Right, let's slow right down. Okay, that was a bit risky. Let's do a bit of reversing, shall we? How much money did we get? $7,875. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm going to do a bit of reversing here to get out. Okay, now you might have guessed it, guys, but what I'm going to do is steal the RHIB, obviously. That's always what I'm going to do, if I can, if I've got time. And we do have time, we have the capability, so we're going to instantly deliver it, save it, recover it, and then nick it. Oh, this is good fun. Right, okay. So we don't have to go far to get home, and actually it's just over here. So in a straight line, it is 3 kilometers. It's probably going to be about 4 kilometers as we're having to go around again. So we are going to go up here, I think, and then around that way. Let me get the boat swung around, and we'll be on our way. Right guys, here we are back at the dock at our base in the Arctic. Now, the boat has actually had some problems, so it's not quite as far up the ramp as it used to be, but it's still there, and we can despawn it hopefully into this workbench. Let's slow right down here. I kind of want to stop near the workbench itself, just over there, look. So we'll just tuck in, then turn right a bit. Okay, careful. There we go. Oh, we're going to hit the side, we're going to hit the side. Just a scratch. Okay, stop. Stop there. Right. Let's hope that's all right. Okay, so first of all then, I'll turn off the monitor. Let's get the fuel out of this boat, right? And then we'll start despawning both of them. And with any luck, we'll be able to get both of them back in safely and securely. All right, but first of all, of course, we have to get this fuel back into the tank because we have about 3,000 litres remaining, which is really good actually. We didn't have to spend much on fuel doing this mission, but that is quite a lot of fuel, so we definitely want to save that if we can. So we'll flip the switch back up there. I think we'll just give it a bit more length because the connector is down there somewhere. Right, let's see if that's enough. Okay, there we go, and it goes over to the connector on the other side of the boat. We can get that far. Come on. Right, good, and then we just pump it out and check the dial to make sure that's working. Look at that, guys, perfect. Okay, it's not that quick, but it is working perfectly fine. So I'll be back with you in a second when that's done, and then I'll show you, you know, if we manage to successfully nick this RHIB here. Right, there we go, the last 100 litres, and it's pretty much done right there. Fantastic, guys. Okay, so the plan is from here, oh we've drifted out a bit. The plan is from here, whoops, to just literally press R on this boat and then run back to the workbench and try and despawn the RHIB as well. Ready? Let's go. Right, done. That is good. That is now in safely. Is the RHIB in the right location to be retrieved as well? Yes, it is. We've done it, guys. I'm so happy about that. It's worked. So now we own all of these blocks, actually, which is, you know, it may or may not come in handy at all, but it's a bit of fun to do anyway. So we now own a couple more winches and wedges and whatever else there is on here. There's a hinge block. I didn't have one of those before. So we have at least got a free hinge there, and there's also there's a pivot. I think that's called a hinge magnet, isn't it? Maybe. And there's a couple of pivots here, which could be quite handy as well. But there we go. That is done. Okay, guys, that's all we've got time for in this episode, but thank you so much for watching and commenting and liking the videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these videos in the future. There's always something in the works, guys. There's always something on the way. Until next time, thank you so much. Take care, and hopefully see you very, very soon. All right, bye, guys.